Yeah, I know I'm looking a little big today. But it was a pretty big gym day. I had to take it out on myself. So yeah, today's videos, what you want to see, I'm going to be using, of course, one of the trashiest superhero games ever made as just a backdrop to talk about why I believe that it's missed opportunities like this that could have been given to someone else to do something better with. Now, what I mean by that is, okay, now we know we 7 months into Avengers. You know that we've only got two characters since this game has released, and both of them were within the same range of abilities and whatnot. And but yeah, we're supposed to be getting Black Panther somewhere summer and beyond, and they're working on Black Panther at the well, not Black Panther, Spider Man at the moment, which I predicted it wasn't going to be about a good year before you see that. It's going to be the actual year mark anniversary of this game being out when you're going to see Spider Man. Here, I'm thinking now that might not even be the case. You might not be getting Spider Man till 2022. With that being said, and I'm not even asking that Square Enix or Crystal Dynamics even take part in what I'm about to say or what I'm about to just suggest, but I've never been in that we're on the cusp of releasing such games in the future that's got to do with superheroes like Suicide Squad versus the Justice League and Gotham Knights coming out. I think that with this big Marvel mess up right here with Avengers, it can be they can I wouldn't say with this game or this company again, but I would say that if Marvel really wanted to bounce back and win back the fans, then I would have to suggest a multiplayer game based around the X-Men universe. Hear me out. One, within the X-Men universe, and we're gonna try to use these 4 points right here to try to convey what I'm saying. And you let me know down below in the comments what you think, because man, look, it sucks to sit here and look at this game right here, even in the state that it's in, which is pretty much the same state it was in when it launched. You know what I'm saying? Despite two new fucking archers. But what would you guys think about a multiplayer X-Men game that gave you the ability to create your own mutant? That's right, create your own mutant. Now, I know a lot of this is pretty much going to sound like DC, but as I said before, you motherfuckers over at Crystal Dynamics had the blueprint and y'all fucked it up. Now, yes, we've had other games that included the X-Men in it, like Marvel Heroes Omega and all of Ultimate Alliances. Yes, we've had arcade games back in the day that allowed you to play with your friends, co-op, and use the beat 'em up, smasher type game. But in the day, like in the era, the new 2021, 2020, 2021, where they seem to be trying to push out a lot of multiplayer. They seem to be trying to push out these superhero games because let's be honest with you, people like me, the nerds, the guys who don't mind saying, "Hey, I read fucking comic books." We wouldn't mind also playing a damn good game based around our favorite comic books. I think the X-Men would be a good choice. Would be a good choice because, like I said, you would be able to create a mutant. The reason why I say create a mutant and not have it to where you can play as X-Men like Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, and stuff like that is because you would open the game up to so much more, being able to create your own mutant. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean when I say that, I'm gonna go ahead and drop off this backdrop we on right now, and let's just jump right on over to something that's a little bit more, I don't know, fitting for the occasion. Because this right here is trash when I'm trying to talk about something better for the future for Marvel to bounce back with. Get yourself a real good company that knows how to make a multiplayer game. Don't work with Square Enix again, man. I know y'all got a multi game deal with Square Enix, and I'm not even gonna say Square Enix, man. I take that back. Don't work with Crystal Dynamics again. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you have a multi-year deal with Square Enix to make games, and I think the X-Men game need to be one of those games y'all need to put on the table to cover up this abysmal ass game that y'all have released. So, without further ado, I'm gonna swap over to something that's a bit more interesting to look at and a little bit more easy on the eyes. Now, like I said, bringing in the option to create a mutant would give you so many different customization, so many different builds or so much different customization to work with. Now, yeah, you take a page out of DC book and look how they have, you create your own superheroes and you can fight alongside the Justice League or whatnot. That's cool. But when you got it with the X-Men, it could work with the X-Men game like that. It could work because you would have, and that takes me to my second point, content to work with. Content on both sides of the spectrum. Because you can either join the X-Men or you can join the Brotherhood, which is led by Magneto. X-Men, Professor X, Brotherhood led by Magneto. And there are other little factions out there too as well that you can incorporate just so you can mix it up a little bit. It won't have to be, good and evil. If you work with the Brotherhood, you do, a lot of Magneto shit. You work with the X-Men, of course you're going to be the heroes. But what if you decide to say, nah, I'm going to just create a human and be a human? You know what I'm saying? You should have that ability. You know what I mean? But all humans are mutants anyway until we evolve, right? Well, that's something that you could probably incorporate into that game. You know what I'm saying? Through heightened moments of stress, that's when some mutants supposedly realize their abilities. Well, just say that in the game over time, as you continue to go on, if you start from a human, whether you choose to be a human, period, or you should have an option to evolve. Hey, look, man, you've gotten to this certain level. You can either continue on and be a human and continue to do missions, or you can go ahead and pick a choice, make the choice to evolve. That's if you do that. But if you choose to be a mutant, you should have a list of power moves, a pool of move powers, like on DC, where you can pick from. Powers pertaining more to X-Men than you would see on DC. Because DC, they have quantum rays, they got a lot of different lanterns, you got your nature and stuff like that. Well, just because they use it don't mean that Marvel couldn't use it. There are mutants who control nature, who have electric powers, who harness some type of rage. There may not be any lanterns and whatnot, but there can be something to make this game work. Number 3, plenty of content. And when I say plenty of content, allow me to scroll through this wiki page, or this is Marvel's actual page of their X-Men. You got plenty of content. There's been so many different stories pertaining to the X-Men that you cannot fathom. Time travel, all that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not even going to talk about the fact that when you bring in things like Sentinels, stuff like that, everything that comes with a live service multiplayer game, you can incorporate into this game with so much more. Marvel's Avengers dropped the ball on that. You're going to tell us a lot of things that sound good when you first mentioned the game was coming out. Like we got 80 years of content to pull from, and we got all this, we got this to work with and that to work with. But when it comes in the end, what you have to deliver is not what you promised us, man. I'm sorry. When you said you had 80 years of content to pull from, man, look here. I was thinking, shit, man, we gonna be doing so many damn missions. It's gonna be so much shit, so much of a grind. Instead, I find myself in 7 months only playing this game. Maybe, man, when the game first came out, okay, of course I spent like the first month on it. But that's a shame that it took me a month to realize that we were doing the same fucking thing over and over again. Dude, I fucking grind, dude. I play games, I fucking grind. I would sit my ass in this chair for 12 hours straight and play fucking games. Have my wife order me some motherfucking Wingstop, and I sit here and I smoke my bud and I chill and I do whatever. Time will pass, I will grind. I did that when this game first came out, and I was done with it within a month. And I was forced to wait 6 more months for what you see on the screen right now. I'm gonna be forced to wait 6 more months for what they promised you would come by the end of this year, which what they promised you would have come. They promised you that Spider-Man was going to be here at the beginning of this year, in March. We in March. What's up? All we getting is, we ain't even got images of him yet. Nothing. But y'all working on him right now when he should have been worked on already. Y'all didn't have a clue what y'all was doing, and that was the mistake. Y'all shouldn't have took this job on. I'd have said that before. Square Enix should have did their homework when they hired y'all and realized that y'all had no multiplayer experience, in my opinion. Because none of all the games that you've had that have been a hit were Tomb Raider games or solo player games, guy. And that's exactly what this game feel like. It's a solo player game that I can swap between 8 motherfuckers. Moving on to the next thing. I don't think that we've ever had a multiplayer game like Xmen, an Xmen multiplayer game in the realm of like this, a live service Xmen multiplayer game. There could be so much potential there, so much money to be made. Clearly, there could be so much money to be made, because look at what we have here when we have on deck with the Xmen. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to sit there and then give us the ability to say, okay, fuck it, you know what? I will take a legendary X-Men out to battle. He's got his preset moves. You know what I'm saying? And you can run with him, whatever. But shit, maybe that's just asking too much. I prefer just the customization of it, because creating my own character, making the character feel like my own, and then being able to run alongside these legends, that's what made DC so popular. That's what kept DC Universe running for 10 years. You understand? You guys couldn't even get off the bench with what y'all are producing and what y'all giving us, man. The shit ain't cool, dude. I gave you my fucking money. Why won't you give me the goddamn game I deserve to play? Why won't you give us the damn game we deserve to play? An X-Men game at this point would be a breath of fresh air, especially if it's done in the nature of a true multiplayer live service game. Content. Whether it be for your characters, whether it be for the meta of the game, the story-driven purpose of it, and let's keep track of it. Come on, man. All the bugs that launched with this game, every fucking time y'all updated, are bugs that were in it from the launch of it, man. September 4th bugs are running amok right now. And y'all ain't doing nothing to fix it. Here, like I said, we on the cusp of 2 damn good multiplayer games with Justice League versus Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights. I think that Square Enix need to give a call to Marvel. Marvel need to give a call to Square Enix, and they need to sit down and say, you know what, this Marvel shit ain't working. This Avengers shit ain't working. I know y'all was trying to run with Young Avengers, motherfucker. We know what y'all was trying to do. But you forgot to hit you. Fuck them kids, dude. Y'all trying to make games for people who don't even play these kind of games. Fuck those people, too. Y'all want to make these games colorful. They want to get the kids involved. Fuck them kids, man, again. Nah, I'm a father. But when you, like I say, when you go in and you interfering in what's mine and gaming is my realm, nigga, then out to hell with that shit. Because when I'm tired, when I don't want to body slam somebody out in the fucking street, then I come and I sit here on the game and I do it. Keeps me from hurting their ass and it keeps me out of motherfucking jail. So that's pretty much my speech as to why I believe that an X-Men multiplayer X-Men game needs to come out within the near future to replace this shit and give credit back to Marvel. Because look, DC ain't finna sleep on it. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't want to compare yourself to them or not. Regardless, motherfucker, that's your competitor. And as a competitor, you need to be watching what your competitor doing that way so you can make sure that you can stay in the game. And if I got to bounce back to a 10-year-old motherfucking game to feel like I'm a true fucking superhero, then y'all fucking up. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know if I'm tripping or not. What you think of a Marvel's X-Men game coming out, multiplayer X-Men game where you can create your own characters, choose which side you want to be on, and have tons of fucking content that ain't fucking made up to look like something else, like this fucking bullshit right here. Content that actually looks like the way it's supposed to look. If you're gonna derive it from the comic books, then damn it, it's gonna look like the comics, not altered to fit what you think would sell. Because ain't nobody buying. Like I say, the people who playing this game, you truly had never played a motherfucking live service multiplayer game in any aspect. So you let me know what you think. You think a Marvel's X-Men game would be something that we need right now, that Marvel needs to get their name out of the dirt that's being drugged through viciously with the making of this game? Or do you think that should come up with some kind of other game, a Fantastic Four game? Would you let me know down in the comment section what you want to see or what you would like to see Square Enix and Marvel come up with? And notice I said Square Enix and Marvel. You can cut out fucking Crystal Dynamics because they trash ass. Send their ass back to fucking Tomb Raider and let them make more of those games. Ladies and gentlemen, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and don't forget to hit that bell for notifications so you'll know when I post and go live, which I will be doing here really soon. I'm trying to get everything set back up. I had to get new stuff, stimmy checks come in, and it's time to spend that money, baby. So let me know down below if you got your stimmy check and what you spending your money on. I really don't care what you spending your money on, but shit, let me know what's up, man. Y'all have a good day. Stay blessed and peace.